time for another 10-minute game. Let's see if I get whites or blacks. Blacks again. I've had like 4 blacks in a row for these 10 minutes. That's fine. I'll do a Sicilian. 22-37 opponent. So this is going to be tough. All right, he's going for C3 Sicilian. Now the line I've been trying is this. E5 and then bishop F5. I still don't feel I know this line very well. But anyway, we will keep trying. We'll keep trying. I take on D4 now once the knight has committed itself. It can't come to C3 now. Just thinking a bit. And casting queenside here is a little bit risky, I think, because got to watch out for the long dark diagonal from B8 to A2. Get a little bit tender. So I have to watch out for that. And we have to see what piece he's going to use to recapture. So by recapturing with the pawn, he's opened the C file up. So I do have to be careful here. Definitely have to be careful. Now, on the other hand, it does open up his position a little bit, and he's a little bit undeveloped. So I'm thinking E5 is okay here. E5, obviously he can't take with the pawn because he'd lose his queen. He can't take with the knight because I would do knight takes first. And then bishop B4 check is opened up for me. So I think E5 is correct. Now I do want to keep track of the time in this game. I've been realizing that while trying to explain my moves, I've totally forgotten the time. I forget the time at the best of times anyway. But let's try and do better there. So yeah, he needs to castle kingside, obviously, but he's got a few things to deal with here. If he doesn't take the pawn, well, he can't take the pawn. What does he do? I suppose he's got knight c3. I can reply with bishop b4. He could just develop his bishop, maybe bishop e2. What would happen then? Bishop e2. Would I just win the d pawn? Possibly I would, although I may have to kick his knight away first. If I kick his knight away, then he attacks my queen. So yeah, I've got to think about this. How's this going to work? If bishop e2, let's see. Maybe bishop b4 check, then take the pawn, because then I've got the option to swap off dark square. It's his dark square bishop that I'm worried about coming to f4. That's what I don't want. That would be painful. So let's see what's going to happen here. He's definitely got to do something clever. Bishop e3. Then he could waste a move there because I've got bishop b4 check. Okay, he's gone for the knight. So I think I've got to pin that knight. Because if I just move the queen, then he could take that pawn on e5. Let's pin it. I think I'm going to have to take it if necessary. But I've got a lead in development here. That's the thing. So let's get rid of that. And do I take this pawn now? Yeah, I do. And am I winning a pawn here? So I do check first. Let me think. This looks familiar to me, this position. If I go rook e8 check, bishop e2, knight takes, d4. I still feel a bit opened up. Also, if I go rook e8 check, he could go bishop e3. Rook bishop e3. If I go knight takes straight away, knight takes straight away. Knight takes, queen takes, rook c1 check, king b8, bishop f4 check. You could do that, and I can't take with the queen because I'd lose my rook. Bishop f4 check, king a8, queen takes, rook takes. He doesn't have a mate on c8 because my bishop is on f5, but it feels a little bit hairy. Feels a bit hairy. Do I develop another piece first? If I develop my knight, that pawn is not going anywhere. If I develop my knight, he'll go bishop e2, I imagine. Then I can take, and then he's got to, then he's got to watch out for the g2 square. I'm going to develop my knight. I think this feels the best move because I don't want any tricks on the back rank. Just because I haven't got a knight out. He's still got a slight development problem. Now I've got the other rook can come to e8 as well, which is a nice option. I mean, he has to play bishop e2 here, surely. Unless he tries to defend that pawn. With bishop e3, he's going to run into trouble there. Bishop e3, rook h e8, queen d2, knight g4. I'd be totally happy with that. I mean, and he's got an isolated pawn. Okay, he's gone to e2, which I think must be the best move. Now, if I take this pawn, hasn't he got problems here? Hasn't he got? What's he getting out of this? Knight takes pawn. If he takes, I've at least got queen takes. I wonder whether I should consider even queen takes g2 at that point. No, because bishop f3 would spoil the party. Although I might have, no, I haven't got rook. Yeah, he could block with the knight. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. I don't think it's going to work. I mean, if I take with the queen, he still can't castle because then his bishop is hanging. So I've just won a pawn. So this must be fine. I don't see any tricks. Obviously he's got a check on c1. The discover check doesn't work there. King over. Got to do that anyway. That check there. King into the corner. If anything, my king's safer now. Now, can I hassle his queen? What's best here? Hassle the queen, then. Okay, I don't know what he's doing now. He's dropping his bishop. Is that just a blunder? Okay, now these open files are a little bit scary, I have to admit. Let's protect like crazy over here. Rook over here. If he tries bishop f3, I'm going to block it with my bishop. With bishop e4. Oh, I didn't even see bishop takes... I didn't even see bishop takes b1, which is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So he wants to come to a4. Can play rook d1, queen e7. Gotta be careful here. Gotta be very careful. I just want to swap everything off, but I made my life difficult by not taking the rook on b1. Stupid. Right, now I just need to swap off. Even ideas of getting to c1 now with the rook. Let's see, where's he going to put his queen? He's putting it there. Fine, I'm going to hit it again. When in doubt, keep hitting the queen. Right, now put the bishop on the long diagonal. Now I'm pretty tidy. There was an option for rook c2, but then that gets messy because he's got bishop f3 there. Although bishop d5 would have been fine there, I think. Probably would have been better. Rook c2, or they could have played queen e5. Yeah, I think this is controlling the position better. Okay, he's persisting. He is persisting. Fine, I want my queen on a dark square anyway. Totally fine for me. I feel a lot more comfortable now. My pieces are coordinated better. And they're on dark squares. Away from this bishop. And I'm overprotecting. There, right now, if I triple up on this, I've got to be able to swap something off here. Rook check, queen check. Yeah. How's he going to stop me swapping everything? I don't see what he's going to do. If he went bishop f1, I suppose he could stop the checks. But I've still got rook c1 anyway. Yeah, he's resigned. There we go. Let's take a look at that. I think he blundered because he was under pressure and he was in a difficult situation. Then I slipped up as well, which gave him a bit of counterplay. but he probably could have done better with his counterblade, to be honest. As this suggests, actually, if you look at this, clearly I'm winning here and then here, but here it becomes equal. So let's just see where it's dipping around here. I thought this was a book move. I've seen this before, I'm sure. This not, maybe it wasn't in this exact position there. Yeah, that knight there looks kind of clever because you're threatening knight c7, but as black can castle, it doesn't really cause any problems. There's the castle, great move, it claims. And then yes, so e5 is great here. I can afford to open everything up because white is not developed at all. Knight c3 is a mistake. Well, what was best here actually? What should have happened? Bishop d2, yeah, which is kind of a very passive move and a kind of admittance that you've gone wrong, really. So that was still minus 1.3 at that point. Now things... interesting. So bishop b4 was not the best move at all. What should I have done there? You overlooked a better way to pin a knight to the king. Okay, what? Queen a5? Queen a5? Yeah, okay, I see. So queen a5 is stronger because then suddenly the rook is on the fire with the queen. And it's... yeah, I guess it's looking more powerful. Fair enough. That's good to know. That's good to know. Now, I did mess up a little bit. I know. I must have gone wrong somewhere along here. E takes D. Okay, E takes D4 is inaccurate. What would have been better here? Yeah, developing. Logical. King b8 is a great move. So here it gives it's pretty much equal, but what happens now? He castles. Rook there's actually a bad move, and then he blundered. So what would have been best here? Okay, hitting the bishop. Yeah, the knight gets into play. It gets into the middle, can come to c3. It could cause all the more havoc. Yeah, I didn't make much use of that knight. But then obviously after the blunder, then it was kind of over. Yeah, -5. Okay, nice win for me.